Welcome to another episode of Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy and Dino.
And sometimes Jared.
Down the Barrel Podcast is brought to you by the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf.Report. Dead Nuts Outdoors, creators of the most realistic 2D archery targets on the market. Practice how you hunt. Hit it dead nuts. Visit deadnutsoutdoors.com to gear up.
All right, we are back with the one and only Tony Roettger, Minnesota SCI president.
Oh, thank you for having me once again. Yeah, the one and only. That's true, I guess. But
the only one I know.
Buddy text me, "You're so famous." I'm like, nobody even knows who I am. I'm not famous at all.
Hey, everybody that listens to this podcast knows who you are,
right?
I mean, because every time we have something, I always say you're one of our favorite guests. You truly are, because you have some great stories.
Well, I think other than the ones where we try to count me as being a guest, even though I'm here all the time.
Right.
I think Tony has been on more than anyone else. I think this is number 3.
This is number 3. I would say he probably is.
Yeah. Yep. At this point, he's the most.
Right.
Because otherwise it was Jen Adventurous. She was on twice.
Well, and Wheezy.
Yeah.
In Wheezy, yeah.
Yeah, they were. They were on twice.
Voyagers twice.
So Tom. So yeah, you beat it. You got it. You got it.
We'll send you a trophy or something.
What an honor. No, actually, it really is fun. I really do enjoy it, and I know our members actually enjoy it too. So I whatever reason they enjoy it, I don't know, but I think it's good. And I always come back to the partnerships, and I think that's the best part. And
stuff we're absolutely.
Doing. And we can certainly do as many of these as we want to do. You want to do. I love it. They love it. And if we're growing the sport of hunting, I'm all into doing my part. So,
right, exactly.
Oh no, there's that long delay. I saw the delay.
We all always learn something, and yep,
never fails.
Right. But no, I think, like you said, the partnerships, and I think we're cultivating a very good, very strong partnership between SCI and MDHA and Down the Barrel.
Right.
Yep. So I think it's good for everyone.
Amen, guys. Amen.
Yeah. So you recently just got back from South Africa again. What, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's about 2-3 weeks ago now. Somewhere in the 15th or 16th of August at this point. So, yeah, 2 weeks ago or whatever it is. Yep. Great trip.
And you were going to hunt crocodile, but that didn't pan out, as my understanding. Is that true?
Yeah, there I was sitting in the airport, and I got the call that my permit didn't quite come through in time for the little adventure, which was a pretty big disappointment. I was pretty stoked on that, especially after our last talk, and but even more so, it's the trying to do the Africa 29 with my bow, and the croc is definitely on the list. It's one of those you pretty much have to have it, and it didn't pan out, and it just was really unfortunate. And then our whole trip kind of went completely sideways, for lack of better terms. It went a lot different direction than I had planned on, and I think it all started with the croc. But it was a great trip nonetheless. The croc unfortunately didn't pan out, and like things, they're like, well, we could still go get one. One of the guys said, I'm like, no, we're not going to go get one. Not if we don't have a permit. We're not doing that. So
right.
There was a lot of things that were going on in Africa.
Right.
I was just going to say, there's a couple of things in Africa that had gone on. I think there was another incident in Zimbabwe with a lion I saw on the news. And then unfortunately, somebody got killed by a Cape buffalo while I was there as well. That made the news. A gentleman from Texas, I can't remember his name, but a buffalo got him around that same time. So there was plenty of hype around South Africa that I didn't need to add to it with a illegal croc by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
Well, not going to lie, I had that news story pop up on my phone about the gentleman who was gored by a Cape buffalo. And my heart just dropped, and I immediately clicked on it, and I was just scanning for the name Tony. Thankfully, it was not in that article.
Right.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. Yeah, somebody else had said that too. No, it wasn't me. But yeah, it wasn't even a wounded buffalo from what I understand. It was just, I don't know. I don't know the whole story other than somehow it obviously attacked. And that's what they do. They call them Black Death for a reason. I think they kill probably more hunters than most of the other other animals. There are other animals that kill people, but when it comes to hunting, it's the Cape buffalo that definitely gets the most. It's because they're so unpredictable. You look at them and you think they're a cow, and you think they're docile, and they are just not. When they flip that switch and they decide that they're going to come at you, or they're wounded and they circle around and they go into the thick stuff, and you just don't know where they're at, and you're on a blood trail, and your blood trail's here and they're behind you, and then they get you. It's just they're called Black Death for a reason, and that's it. So yeah, really sad situation, really sad story, and
no doubt.
Yeah.
Never like to hear that.
No. Well, and you've already crossed that one off your list, right, Tony? We don't have to worry about you on future trips.
It's right above my head.
I was going to say, it looks like above his head. Boom. Tony won that match.
Yeah, we won. Yep. He's done. So
just sitting there doing a podcast underneath Black Death.
Okay.
A little ironic.
So were you successful in harvesting some animals while you guys were there?
Yeah, I heard something about a world record.
Oh yeah, I don't know about world record, but yeah, there was a couple of them. We did well. So I think the kids did better. We definitely went a little over budget. It was my kids' first time going. My wife has hunted there before. She chose not to hunt on this trip. I wish she would have for her sake. At the same time, my pocketbook was thankful she didn't. But the kids certainly had a great time. They each shot 4 animals, and wow. I shot 2 with my bow, which was definitely a little bit obviously fewer than I was thinking. I had a kind of a list in mind, which is what happens. You create a list and kind of what you're trying to target and go for. But so I have one that was on my list and one that wasn't on my list. So I learned a lot about aoudad, or in Africa, they always refer to them as Barbary sheep. But we refer to them more as aoudad here, and more familiarized with them in hunting preserves sometimes, and then also in places like Texas where they live in the hills and the mountains down there. Well, they live in the same place in Africa. That's where they're from. Peter and I had gone out to a property first day. And he didn't know a lot about them. It's not a commonly hunted thing, and it's certainly not commonly hunted with a bow and arrow. And I know why. I will openly admit that by the time day 3 was coming too close to an end, I was like, I don't think this is going to happen. I just don't see how this is going to physically possibly happen. The way they run, the way they find you, and then just the terrain we were on. It was pretty steep mountains and hills, and they refer to them as koppies over there. And if you were in the Rockies, you wouldn't call it a mountain, but it's a very steep, big hill. Let's just call it that, with a lot of rocks that you're constantly walking on that are slipping and rolling and different things. It's like a minefield of just this pile of rocks. I don't know what these things eat. And we got into the first day, and we saw a herd right away from the truck. And I'm like, well, this isn't so bad. And we could get up there. And, we didn't put a stock on that particular group, but point to the story as we were seeing them the first day. And then we started realizing, okay, we're going to have to go stock, and we'll go hit the saddles and the different things in the rocks, and it was just a disaster. We couldn't get on one to save our soul. We'd be sitting in a bush, and there'd be one there, and we'd wait and find out it was a female, or we'd maybe get within 120 yards of one and think maybe we could get closer, and there's nothing to get closer on because it's wide open country, or they'd hear us coming because we slip on rocks. It was quite the adventure, and a lot of sweat. A lot of sweat was put into it, and we just couldn't make it happen on day 1, but we saw a lot, so that was fun. And we thought, okay, well, we'll go back to the same place and on day 2. So we go to the same place day 2. Weather was a little bit differently, and we thought we were feeling very proud. Peter and I were talking on the way out, because it was a couple-hour drive to get out to this place where the hills were, and they disappeared. There wasn't aoudad anywhere. We drove, we walked and drove some more. We didn't see a sheep anywhere. And he's like, where the heck did they go? How could they all just disappear, right? So we didn't see anything the second day. And then the third day, we actually went to a different property, a different place, and we found a couple of herds, and it just wasn't happening again. And so then again, we're back to the miles and miles of walking and different things. So it was late in the day on the third day. We did finally find one that stood still, and it was 63 yards, and we're both kind of crawling through the bush, and I have some pictures of us just sitting in these little bushes, just hiding behind them. And I'm not tiny, and Peter's not tiny either. Anyway, so we're trying to crawl through the grasses and different things that we did have at this other property. It had a little more cover, and we got within 63 yards, and this was about it. I said, I don't think this just isn't going to happen again, like I was saying. And then 63 yards, I was able to draw, and it was calm, and everything was still, and he was quartering away, and it just worked out. So I put a semi-decent arrow into him at 63 yards, and enough to let him run off about 30-40 yards, and he laid down. We were able to get back in and put another arrow into him. Now, the funny part about the second arrow was it actually went into his horn. So he had an arrow in his horn, so we had to wait for him to go lay down again, and we tracked up on him, and then finally we're able to finish that story. So I don't think I sent anybody any pictures. If I did, it's a sunset photo of it, and it was day 3, and it was literally sunset by the time we got this thing, and it was really cool. So your world record comment was, yes, it's in the record book. I was able to measure it. I am a measurer, and SCI does allow you to measure your own things. However, I am going to have this one measured by somebody else, just because it happened to be big enough to go into the record book a little higher than I was actually thinking. I really wasn't chasing top 10s or anything like that, but he is the number 6 with a bow and arrow, so he does rank really high in the record book. Granted, there's not a ton of them shot in the record book in Africa, so there's not a huge competition against that, but at the end of the day, it still is number 6 with a bow and arrow, so that's pretty exciting and really cool. I like shooting top 10s. That doesn't happen very often, so especially when it's not something you're pursuing and it just works out. It just happened to be a really nice one, and super exciting, and a bucket list thing I got to check off. So I actually don't care if I ever go down to Texas and kill one. I killed one in Africa where they came from, so for me it's a little bit more exciting.
There you go.
So.
For sure.
Tell me you're getting a shoulder mount with the arrow still in the horn.
I am, actually. You're 100% right. I made sure the guys didn't pull that out. When they were skinning it, I'm like, don't pull that out. Leave that in there. But don't cut yourself, because it's pretty sharp still. It's been all the way through, so there's a little bit on both sides. And I'm definitely going to do a shoulder mount with that. My wife's like, no more shoulder mounts. I'm like, this one we're shoulder mounting. It's big enough. It's cool enough.
Yep.
Arrow in the horn. We're shoulder mounting it. So I think she gave it right.
Top 10, so for sure.
Yep. And the second one I got was it's a Bruchel's Golden Oryx. Some people call them a Golden Gemsbok. They come out of Namibia, but they've got them down in South Africa now too. So that was a fun hunt. It wasn't really at all on the list, and it wasn't a real pain to finally get one. It's just open. They're not in the mountains. It's all flat and where these guys live. But you're talking about the Kalahari, and it's all just grass and a couple trees, and trying to stock one of those is just a nightmare as well. So that was another one that I don't know how many, I think that was 50 some yards. We finally found one that stood still long enough in some brush as we were crawling around, and I did a lot of crawling around, and finally got one in him, and another one where I had to put another arrow in it type situation where it's just it wasn't as perfect as I would like. It was a kill shot. He hit the liver. In Africa they don't like to wait till the next day. If it was a deer, I would have just waited till evening or the next morning to pick him up, but they don't like to do that there. So we waited for him to lay down, and then we snuck in and put another arrow into him, which was get that done and out of the way. But beautiful animal, very, very pretty. And that's another one. I had no idea how many were in the record book, and there's like 4 or 3 shot with a bow and arrow in the SCI record book. So actually ranks number 2 with a bow, which is also very cool. Not a lot of competition to compete against. And I'm sure now that I let everybody know there's hardly any in the record book, everybody will want to go shoot one. And I say, great, go shoot one. They're beautiful. They're really cool animals. So,
right.
Yeah. No, I've spent a lot of time crawling around the Kalahari too. It's no joke. You're talking Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, exactly. I knew where you were going with that. I like that. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We'll meet there sometime, Jared.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Very
did
cool.
you eat either of them while you were over there?
We did, actually. Yeah, we had a night. My son shot a non-Facebook worthy. I won't even mention it here, but it's one of those less popular animals that people don't like you to shoot, but they do need to be harvested and managed. And so we had a little bit of that, and then we had some aoudad. And since we had a little more bizarre animals on this thing with the aoudad and my son's animal, and we also had some zebra that was in camp, and we got to have some of that. So we just kind of made a night of the stuff that not everybody likes to eat. Like aoudad isn't something that happens very often. So we were able to eat some of that. Now, if you've ever had sheep or mutton, I mean, that's kind of what it tastes like. They have a smell, but everything in Africa is typically cooked over the open fire with some nice spice of some sort on it, or sometimes they'll marinate it in something or whatever. So it always tastes good, even if it's maybe not. There are just other things that, of course, taste better, right? But in this case, we wanted to make sure we tried it and whatnot. And at Marupa, we're a small camp, so we typically the hunters before are kind of supplying the hunters after. And the hunters that are there get to sample some of the stuff they ate. I mean, obviously you're not going to eat the whole thing, but you always get to eat what you have, because we're just small. So the meat that's hunted, definitely you get served while you're in your camp, and then there's enough carryover to get the next camp started when they come in, before they start harvesting their animals and whatnot. Because there's a fair amount of people when you got a huge concession like Marupa or whatever, where there's the workers and people live there, and there's oftentimes schools or churches or different things, and they're all getting fed through this meat. So, and the animals there don't produce as much meat as you might think. They're heavy boned animals. So it's, when you think of shooting 5-6 animals, it's not like you're shooting, it's not as much meat as maybe an elk would produce, if that makes any sense. It's a lot less volume meat. So, it does take quite a bit to sustain the amount of people. So, but nothing goes to waste. Nothing, like stomachs don't go to waste, or intestines don't go to waste. They like that part as well. I personally don't, but that's
awesome.
Yeah, the stomach gets dried out and cleaned, and that's a meal that people like to eat. And so when they say nothing goes to waste in Africa, they literally mean nothing goes to waste in Africa. It's a very awesome thing. So
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, and then I saw you guys did a day where you had the blue bag, or at least a couple of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we love the Blue Bag Project, SCI. It's big. That's the Bell's Blue Bag Project. It's an SCI Foundation thing. So we went out, and my wife works in a church, so we were able to acquire some items from church. It was some items, and I think they gave us some cash, and then we also used the kids' school that kind of helped out a little bit. And it was great. Yeah, we were able to go. We had some money, so kids and I went shopping one day, and we acquired some pens and pencils, which are just real basic things, right? But they go so far in a country like that where they don't have that stuff. It's just not accessible to them, and especially these countries, these big concessions. There's schools where they'll bring kids in from 50 miles away or whatever, and they don't have anything. They come with what they own, and you're trying to keep them in school. So the parents certainly can't afford to go buy these basic amenities, right? So yeah, we had a blue bag, we had a suitcase, we had so much stuff. It was so heavy. We didn't have enough blue bags, so we actually had to pay for a suitcase, which was fine. And it was heavy again with the notebooks and pencils and dry erase boards and erasers and sharpeners, and I forget what all the stuff the kids thought. Now I wish I would have brought more balls, like soccer balls and stuff like that. Would have been something really smart to bring. So for anybody that is thinking about in the future, bring a couple soccer balls. That would have went a long ways too. But that was great because again, the kids came with, and my wife has done it more before. I haven't done it, but we always kind of bring something. But my wife is usually the one that goes and spends the day. But we as a family got to spend the day at that school, and boy, they were so happy and excited to see us. And the kids got to play with the other kids, and we introduced some games, and the teachers were great. And it happened to be a cold, horrible day. It was raining, which it never rains in August in Africa, or in this part of Africa anyway. And so we played games and doled out all this stuff, and they were just, I mean, it's just really cool. They even took the suitcase. They were like, we really could use the suitcase for storage. And we're like, okay, we'll take the suitcase then too, so it was really fun.
It's a very cool program.
Yeah, it's awesome. Totally awesome. If it doesn't put a smile on your face, then I don't know what would. It's just a sincere. It's just so cool. It's so cool. It really is a life lesson for being appreciative of what you have, because it's amazing how far a pencil goes in some places.
Yeah. Wow. No, I mean, I think it's something that a lot of people overlook when going hunting. I mean, I'm not even talking, going over to Africa hunting, but supporting the communities where you are recreating and hunting, I think is so crucial. When I lived out in Colorado, I was living on the Front Range, and we would take this pheasant hunting trip every fall right to the Colorado-Nebraska border. And, this tiny, tiny little town with one little grocery store, but we would wait till we got there to buy our groceries for the week that we were out there, just to help give back and support the community where we're actually going to do that, because we very easily could have hauled all of our groceries from the Boulder Whole Foods or whatever, but they don't need our support.
Right.
And I think more people should do stuff like that.
No, for sure. Yep.
Well said, Jared. Well said. I agree. Yep, for sure.
And I think that's just one of the things hunters are great about doing.
Right.
Is supporting those areas that we do recreate and hunt in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can say that because in northern Minnesota, it's the same thing. You go to a lot smaller towns, and they appreciate when you get fuel there.
Right.
You visit the restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one that's for the whole year.
Right. They look forward to those seasons, those 2-3 week periods all year long.
Right.
And I mean, obviously, it's not quite as drastic as South Africa, but it's the same idea.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. They depend on those good seasons, good weather and everything. And, just like ice fishing, in certain areas, hunting, so it definitely plays a big part.
Sportsmen. We're good for something.
Yeah,
that's right. Mm-hmm. Giving back everywhere.
100%.
And they're good at it. I think a lot of people do that. They're supporting those local stores for sure. So it's unnoticed, as you stated. There's a lot that sportsmen do to those smaller communities that don't have anything, or they have a small period of time where people are coming. Like your pheasant example. I used to go to a city called Presho, South Dakota. It was a dying town, and this restaurant had hunters, and I think that's the only people it fed for that 3-month period of time, right? But we made sure we went to that restaurant and had that country fried steak once a day, just to support them. So
that's right.
I agree with all of that. 100%.
It's a great choice too. I don't care what restaurant you're at. Country fried steak is the way to go.
Even bad country fried steak is good.
Right. Way better than the biscuits and gravy.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's the gravy that keeps it all together.
Yeah, but that's on the country fried steak.
Exactly.
If they're doing it right.
But the gravy is what gets you.
Yeah.
In many ways, if you eat too much, but yes.
Yes.
True story.
Yep. So you said it was your kid's first time over there, so they obviously had a blast, and each of them, got 4 animals. That is awesome. That's so cool.
Right.
It was
to get to go over there at their age. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool, and I don't like to sound like the parent that brags about their kids, but and I'm not. I'm very much. I don't mind when people teach my kids how to do things. I think that's great. I think they're better. That's why I love the 4-corn camp. I don't have the pride to say I can do a better job of teaching my daughter how to shoot, or my son, etc. And but those 2 kids, and it comes from things like the 4-corn camp that made my daughter shoot as well as she did, and it comes from just the experiences of being in the outdoors and getting some grit. But going to Africa is a big trip. There's multiple flights, and it's 38 hours or 39 hours from door to door is the way we figure it. You're taking a lot of flights. You're having to sleep in uncomfortable places, and you're riding in cars and different things. And one of those flights in that period of time is almost 17 hours. It's 16 hours, right? So for a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old to do that and never make a squeak, week, I was shocked. I thought for sure that my son, of the two of them, would be the biggest culprit because he's younger. But nope, they never made a peep. And then we got all the way there, and we had to hop in. We're in a strange country. We got to hop. We got to hop in a van to go stay in this place at Safe House, and then hop back in a van and go back and hop on another plane, and then fly in this little tiny dinky plane to camp, and then get picked up in this airport that's literally in the Kalahari. It's like kind of like the movies. It's a little plane that flies in, and it's not quite a dirt runway, but a marginally better. And you walk off onto the tarmac, and you walk into an open aired building and pick up your stuff. And my kids are looking at me, is this Africa? I'm like, this is Africa, guys. Only to hop in another van and then drive out to camp, and we get settled, and then I went off hunting right away the next day, and 'cause I was gone, and my wife and kids went off, fed some lions one morning, and then after they fed the lions and the baboons, my daughter had wanted a gemsbok. That was her dream animal, and she and my son and my wife go off with this awesome PH named Dorita, a female PH, which was another thing that's absolutely fantastic. She was absolutely fantastic. But they go off and they go hunting, and they had a little bit of breakfast that morning. And my daughter, they fed the lions, and then they went out and she shot a gemsbok fairly quickly after that. So it was still morning. They made a little mistake. And they thought the gemsbok was wounded, and Dorita, the PH, had saw a hole in a different gemsbok, so they started chasing a gemsbok that was wounded. It just wasn't the one my daughter wounded. And all day long, they skipped lunch. They never made a peep all day long, trying to get on this gemsbok between driving and walking and stalking and whatnot, only to find out just before dark that the gemsbok my daughter shot actually was dead right where she shot it, and this one that they were following wounded was not the one that my daughter shot. And so they got all the way back. So again, two little kids and my wife. My wife was, like I say, a non-hunter, became a hunter maybe 7 years ago, and never made a peep. And that just that whole thing continued for that whole time we were there. It was just incredible to see. And then add on the fact that she was 12 when we got to Africa. She was 13. Well, she turned 13 while we were there. She shot 4 animals very, very well and very competently. That they were all more or less dropping where they were shot. She did one spot and stock on a black wildebeest one day where she was shooting off the sticks. I was taking a nap in the truck because I wasn't with her. That was how long she was gone. And all of a sudden, she's got her black wildebeest. They came back to get the truck so we could go out and recover it and take pictures and whatnot. But, she's making 300 plus yard shots and killing animals, which is truly incredible. I've been to Africa enough times. I've hunted enough that I've seen grown men that aren't able to do that, whether it be practice related or just not trained correctly and whatnot. So, I fall back to that Forkhorn camp of her competency with her shooting is just kind of good. Will that change? Probably, maybe, but she's just staying humble and good about it and following what she was trained to do, and it's just kind of impressive, to be quite honest with you. So I will forever be grateful for that Forkhorn camp, and I can't wait to send her for Forkhorn 2 next year, and then my son for Forkhorn 1 next year. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So get your kids out, teach them how to shoot, but don't be afraid to let somebody else help you and help you do it right. Don't teach them the bad habits. It's okay to let somebody else help you. And it's just a really cool thing to watch. And I'm learning that I'm less a part of their lives when it comes to this stuff than I was before. And they're learning to go off on their own. And, so there's a little bit of heartache with that. But at the same time, it's sure fun to watch from the outside. So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's very impressive.
No doubt.
And my longest shot on an actual animal was 220 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still a long ways.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm trying to think. What was the one last year that I got with
2,
just a hair over 2, maybe?
220 something.
Yeah. So it was that was probably my longest shot that I've harvested. I mean, I've taken longer, missed, but
did you go to Forkhorn
camp?
Camp?
I was just going to say,
I didn't go to Forkhorn camp.
You should probably sign up.
I should. I've wanted to go. I've asked Neil, you need to make an adult 4-court camp, or call it an 8-point camp. I don't care what you call it.
That would be great, though.
But an adult camp, would be great. I mean, our kids went, and that orienteering, the mapping, I hope if I ever get lost, my son's with me because he might be able to get us out. If my phone dies, I'm dead. And he knows how to start a fire. It's like if I don't have a match or Boy Scout juice, I'm done. I mean, I do have a little fire starter, so I'd probably make it. I got enough fat on me, I could survive.
You can go a few days anyway.
Right, exactly. But I tell you what, man, what they learn at the camp is, like you said, it is amazing. And if they can take it with them. And I completely agree with you, letting somebody else teach them, because, you can't teach them everything. My daughter got her first deer with a friend of ours. I wasn't there, but it was great. And, she did a great job, one shot, and the animal dispatched it right away. So it was perfect. I wasn't there, but somebody else was. So, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things.
She got to do it.
Yep, she got to do it.
Right.
I happened to be there with my son's first deer, so that was cool.
Right.
But, it's just, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to watch them grow. It's just been I'm still in maybe the afterglow a little bit of the whole thing, it was just a different experience though, from a trip standpoint for me and us and kids and everything.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's going to change my trips forever. I'm going to have to get another job too.
That's what I was going to ask. So are the kids like, so Dad, can I get this mounted? Can I get that mounted?
A little bit. Yeah. I'm trying to curtail it a little bit, it's working out pretty well. I do a little taxidermy from the Euromount side on the side, and so they like Euromounts, which is great. So we're gonna Euromount a fair amount of what they have. I don't actually. My daughter's Gemsbach, we might shoulder mount. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of pushing for the Euromount on that as well. And then I got their hides and stuff like that. We can make, tanned rugs and different things that they can use instead, right? And they want to have all this stuff in their room, which I also think is great. So therefore, we can't have, they have bedrooms. They're kids. It's not like they have these giant wings of the house that are theirs. They have a room. So it's they in order to put all that in their room, they're going to have to go with Euromounts, which is also working great. So taxidermy's getting expensive. So, you end up on a trip like this, and we have a total of 10 animals. They each got 4. I got 2. It's if we were to taxidermy all that with a shoulder mount, it probably would cost more than the trip. So it's that's a lot. I'm very okay with
Euromounts. It is. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Well, it sounds like you got Christmas covered.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
For a few years.
Well,
no doubt.
They got big plans for next time. They're like, Dad, I'd really like to shoot a sable. I'm like, a lot of people would really like to shoot a sable.
No doubt.
That's a different level of animal. We that's something we have to. You're going to have to contribute to the cause and get a job. That's. I mean, I didn't go to Africa for my first time until I was 35, and you're 13. So we gotta. This is a great opportunity. I'm super happy to be able to do this for you. But I'm going to need a little help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just
both Googling what a sable is.
Oh, no, I was looking up a Gemsbach, and I was like, I thought that's what it was. But, man, that thing is just gorgeous. And the coat on that is just amazing.
So have you eaten Gemsbach?
Yeah, many times. Yeah, it's very good.
Is it?
Yeah, super good. Yeah, Gemsbach's great.
All right. Well, I've heard you mentioned zebra earlier.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very good and kind of sweet. Is that your experience?
I would align with that. To be honest, there's lots of different types of zebra. So there's the Bruxelles, and then there's the mountain zebra, and there's some other ones. There's a Hartmann zebra, and I think there's another one. I can't remember what that one's name is. But anyway, this was a Hartmann zebra, and interestingly enough, the Bruxelles zebra has a yellow fat on it. The Hartmann's does not. So the Bruxelles actually has a not such a great taste to it because of that yellow fat. So you oftentimes don't eat those. But the Hartmann's was, and so most of the area I've been in where we've harvested zebra has been the Burchell. So I actually have never had zebra until we've been down in the Northern Cape here, which is where we were on this trip, and we were able to try the Hartman zebra. And yeah, it's very, very good. So to your point, yeah, it does have a tiny sweet flavor to it. When I say sweet, it's not an overpowering sweet, and it's not, I don't like sweet meat, right? But the sweet, you're right. There is a sweetness to it, and I don't really know how to describe it because it's, I always get asked, what does Gemsbach taste like? Well, it tastes like Gemsbach. What does zebra taste like? Well, it tastes like zebra. What's it kind of like? Well, it's not kind of like venison. It's not kind of like deer, but it's when you break down what venison is, venison's a broad category, right? Venison is elk, it is deer, moose, that's venison. But, specifically to whitetail or whatnot, it's not like that. Zebra definitely is its own texture. It's its own color. It has its own, the meat itself is, I would call it more open. It's not a tight, chewier meat. It's very open. It's very loose. Yep. I don't know how to describe that any differently. And then it has just a nice mild flavor with a tiny bit of sweet, but it's nice on the palate. It was really good. I was actually impressed. I was a little bit apprehensive, I'll admit, but it was quite good. Or Gemsbach's a little tighter meat, a little tighter grained, and I would say a little milder even yet flavor-wise, not as strong because it doesn't have the sweet, so it's a little bit more mild. I would put Gemsbach, if I had to compare it to a meat, I'd say it'd be like an elk. It's kind of got that tighter texture. And then you get into things like eland, where eland is still my favorite of all of them. Hands down, if there's eland in camp, I'm asking for eland. And eland is the largest of the antelope species. Oftentimes looks like a Brahma bull, but is actually quite fast and jumps 8-9 foot fences. So it's a very large animal. But that to me is the best of all the Africa meats. Medium rare, even a little more on the rare, over the open fire. So good. It's I would call that pork texture, not pork color, but pork texture, and is good of a beef steak without it being quite as beefy tasting as that. It's another kind of mildish but nice, just really good flavor. But it tastes like eland. It doesn't have any.
Well, I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and I would eat that thing raw.
That thing is.
But if any of the listeners are like me and they're ignorant to all these animals, and you want to know what a sable looks like, and you Google sable, it's not that cute, fluffy little pine marten looking thing. Make sure you search sable antelope.
Well, or sable in Africa, because I did the same thing. I typed in sable and it popped up. I was like, wait a second,
right?
That's not.
I was like, why is everybody chasing after this little pine marten? And why is it in the snow?
Yeah. What I want to know is why is every time we interview Tony, I get hungry.
Right.
We're always talking about good food. Yeah. I mean, my mouth was watering when he was talking about that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what
Did you look at the picture of that eland?
Oh, man. Dean showed me the picture.
Now I'm hungry.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And just I don't know, are they considered horns or antlers on that one?
Oh, those are all horns. Yeah. Yep.
Horns. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a few pictures where they just twist. I mean, it's amazing.
On the eland?
Yeah.
Yep. That's part of the spiral horn. So I'm proud of you right now. That's the spiral horn is a whole category of animals in Africa. We can talk about that now or another time, whenever. But that's one of the spiral horns. So yeah.
Super cool.
I don't know. I feel bad sometimes when you're talking. I'm on my phone. It's like I'm honestly looking at what you're telling me about, so that way I don't sound like an idiot. I do, but so I sound less of an idiot when I actually talk to you. So
I take no offense, and
not being rude.
I realize nobody knows what I'm talking about with these animals. It's literally every day of my life. If someone were to ask me where would you be in 25 years? 25 years ago, I wouldn't think I'd be on a podcast. Number one, number two, talking about eland or sable or Gemsbach that I had in Africa. Africa. So, it's kind of, it's not normal. And I get that. And most people, like I say, have no idea what I'm talking about. So even people, if I help them get a trip to Africa, I always encourage that they Google or YouTube or anything. We got great technology nowadays to at least look up some of this stuff. And like you guys are doing, at least you're doing your diligence to at least know what the heck I'm talking about, which is great, versus going to Africa for the first time and I have no idea what that is,
Yeah, right.
At least know some of the basics, like Impala or something.
Right.
Well, if I ever make it over there, I need to be able to identify these things. And, you keep telling us how affordable it can be to get over there. But then you tell me it's, what would you say, 38, 39 hours to get there?
It depends.
I'd be out of PTO by the time I got
there. We'll figure it out.
All I know is
you just don't take as long a trip.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
All I know is just kudos to your kids, because I'm telling you, after that story, I was done after the first flight. I was like, they're not complaining, I'm complaining.
Right.
Like, yep. Nope. I mean, that's awesome, because I don't know if I could do it.
It's not as bad as you think. It's kind of a head game, right? It's okay. I know I have to do this, and the outcome is so worth it. I think that really helps. When I watch first time people go, it's they don't know what they're getting into, which is it's overwhelming, right? You're going to Africa, for God's sakes. It's overwhelming. It's in itself, it's just taking the plunge to go is half of it, right? And once you've made that decision, now you got to hop on the plane and sit there and you're wondering, is it worth it? My butt hurts, my legs are sore, but if you just take it simply and don't get in your own head, watch a movie, take a nap, go walk around. The planes are big. There's food in all these each section, right? There's a bathroom and a area where you can get a water or a Coke or a sandwich or something. It's Delta does a great job of making sure you're taken care of, and you're not locked into that seat. Just take a walk. It's not that bad. You just have to manage it. But if you get in your own head and whatnot, you can make that a miserable trip. But if you just take a walk, there's literally 50. What did I see? 595 movies or something you can pick from. I mean, there's got to be something there you can watch, and then sitcoms and whatever. I mean, just take a walk, watch a show, take a nap. It's just don't overcomplicate it. I always give people, well, I'm going to do this from this time to this time. I'm going to do this from this time. I'm going to nap from here. Don't do that. If I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. If I'm awake, I'm awake. Just go with the flow. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Well, be honest. Were there complaints on the flight home?
No.
Without the something to look forward to.
No.
Because that's when it always hits me.
Yeah.
Like the drive to Kansas every year. It's great. Mm-hmm. Drive home. It's like, we barely get to Pratt, and I'm like, are we there yet?
And that's like a half hour. And it's like, shut up back there, kid.
No, there wasn't any complaints. Good question, though, because you're right. Yeah, I could have left that part out intentionally, but I didn't. And the question's valid, and no, there wasn't any complaints on the way back. They were hungry for McDonald's. That was it. Yeah. So when we hit Atlanta, we went to McDonald's, and unfortunately it was breakfast. I think my son had in mind more of a cheeseburger, and I probably would have rather had a cheeseburger than the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit or whatever. But so it was breakfast time, because you do land in Atlanta at like 7:30 in the morning or something like that from that particular flight, and so we hit McDonald's. He got his pancakes, had a little bacon. Different bacon. Every country has different bacon, which sounds weird, but bacon's not the same all over the world. So bacon in Africa is a little bit different, but
there's some Gemsbach bacon.
Yeah, I think his only complaint, to be honest, Jared, here was his complaint, and this is kind of funny. It sounds also bad, but every day somebody made him eggs. My son loves eggs, and he's like, so. And my son is really funny. He's got these one-liners. He's funny, and it comes out of the blue, and it's very dry humor, but it's funny. He goes, who's going to make my eggs and bacon for me every day when we get home? that was the only complaint I got. I mean, apparently we got to teach you how to do this, buddy, because I'm not doing it.
Right.
No, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you get that all-inclusive experience?
Oh yeah. Then you got to go back to reality and just wait till somebody does.
That's the hard part, going back to reality.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. We get back from Kansas after eating your mom's cooking for a week, and Back to the ramen noodle.
That's what we're eating here since I'm on a tight budget again.
Right, exactly.
It's pancakes for dinner tonight. I know that.
No, it sounds like you had a great time over there. It's a bummer about the croc hunt, but it sounds like you got a reason to go back.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about it. It gets in your soul, it gets in your blood. And I've yet to hear somebody that said they wouldn't go back. So even those I thought would never go back I always end up going back. So yeah, I'll definitely go back. Actually, Peter just messaged me today about that croc hunt, ironically. So I said, I'm too busy right now. I got to go into my podcast here in a second. But the one that you were supposed to do with me in Africa, by the way, Peter, and we'll get that croc hunt set up and plan ahead a little earlier. It was just a paperwork thing. We just ran out of paperwork time, and I didn't realize that somehow they missed it. It was just an oversight, and it is
right.
It
happens.
Yep.
For sure. So go ahead, Dino.
I was going to say, speaking of podcasts with Peter, we can do that at any time. I mean, I think it'd be great to have us and you and Peter on, and he can talk about, everything over there. I think it'd be awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Let's
definitely be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get him on. So he'll be wrapping up hunting here, and I'm going to see if I can get him on. If we can do that, they got pretty decent Wi-Fi over there. We could probably do that. I'll talk to him because I would love to do that. I thought that would be fun. And sometimes if he's going to listen to this, I'll be, sometimes I didn't think he wasn't processing the fact that I was trying to do the podcast with him from there. So I think now he understands what I was trying to do. There is a language barrier there. They speak Afrikaans. English is not the first language. So, sometimes when I'm saying something, most everything is caught, but in this case, podcast wasn't resonating that we wanted to do one, and I couldn't get him nailed down. And we did have another incident in camp where one of the next hunters, unfortunately, who was coming in right behind us, passed away 3 days before he left. God bless you, Willie. He's a longtime Rupa client, and he unfortunately was on. Didn't even get on his. That wasn't his last fire. Unfortunately, he passed away. He was an older gentleman, really nice man, and unfortunately, he passed away 3 days before he was supposed to leave. So Peter had to do a lot of rearranging with the guys that were still coming and different things. It was just a little bit of work. So he was a little bit preoccupied, in all fairness, too. So
Understandable.
Like I say, the trip was a little bit different than everything was that we planned. So we went fishing too, by the way. We went tiger fishing. Not on the list. So tiger fishing is a really cool thing over there as well. Something I wanted to do. I didn't really have it on the list on this trip, but I'm really glad we did it. It was really, really cool. So we boated 14 tiger fish between me and the kids and Kate, and that was actually super, super awesome. And I was kind of laughing. So we went to this place called Pongola, which I had never been to. It was about a 10-hour drive towards the Indian Ocean, so straight east over by Swaziland. So Swaziland is a country within South Africa, and so we're claiming we went to Swaziland since we were right on the border, and the water we were fishing is Swaziland and South Africa property, we'll call it, and we thought we'd do a little hunting. The hunting didn't quite work out there, so we just kind of chilled, really, to be honest. And it was the most beautiful place I may have ever seen. It's absolutely stunning place, and we paid to go do a game drive, and we paid to go fishing. And I thought, I didn't really know what we were paying for, how much any of this was going to cost. The funny part of my story, and the whole point of my story, is to go on the game drive. We took a boat to go out and boat it, and that was like 2 hours or whatever. We went fishing for like 6 hours, and it was way cheaper to go fishing for 6 hours. On the same boat, we went and did the 2-hour game drive on the same water. I'm like, why didn't we just go fishing and look at the same things? Because we went basically the same spot we went fishing, and it cost more than going fishing for 6. So next time we're just going to spend more time fishing when we go to Pongola. It was just kind of I don't know why, but I thought it was funny. So.
Well, let's back up here a second.
Yeah.
Tigerfish. Are those Goliath tigerfish?
We didn't catch huge ones, but we caught decent sized ones. Are you looking at it online there, Jerry?
Is that like the full name? I am. Because I'm seeing Goliath tigerfish eat crocodiles.
Okay.
So in a way, if you boated 8, is that what you said? 8 tigerfish?
We've boated.
You kind of got 8 crocodiles.
We boated 14.
14.
All I know is the teeth on these things. If that's the right thing, I'm looking
Yeah, that's the right one. These things here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they can eat crocodiles, I guess.
Yeah, I
Well,
believe
look at
it.
those
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're
Right?
really,
Did you
really
eat
cool.
'em?
It was super fun.
And were they delicious?
Can't eat them. Got to throw them back. And I hear they
Oh, you
taste terrible.
can't? Oh, catch and release.
Oh,
Apparently, they're very bony. So I thought they'd be
No.
kind of like a pike,
Kinda look like-
where they'd be a little bit
Right,
slimy. And
right.
when you got them out of the water, they'd be kind of, because they are predatory fish with those giant feet. In my mind, went to pike. I started to generalize. I did the typical American thing. You generalize. This has got to be like a northern pike. Well, that's not at all like a northern pike. And as soon as you get them up out of the water, they just stop. They don't wiggle. They don't do anything. So they're really easy to hold and take pictures of. They're not slimy at all. And, so you just get them up, pull them up on the net, get them out, and then put them back. Took a picture of each one of them and throw them back. But boy, they were just really, really cool. And they really manage that hard. Like they keep track of how many fish are caught each day on the reservoir. There's only so many places you can go do this there. Strongly recommend it. That's all I can say. I would, my wife, Kate's like, I would like to go tiger fishing every time we come. We'll see, but it was really fun.
yeah. Well, that's cool. That's a neat fish.
Yeah.
Wild looking for sure.
Yeah.
So, Tony, you're back in the States, obviously, now.
I'm here.
Bow opener here in Minnesota is Saturday.
Yes.
You have plans? Are you going hunting?
Yes, I'm so excited. I had, I'm in my early 50s now, and I keep thinking that someday I'm not going to want to go hunting, or maybe someday the excitement will go down a little bit. But I'm just like a little kid. I'm kid you not. I got my trail cameras going. I got my cell cameras going. I'm looking every day for what's coming into the minerals or the water holes and different things. And I'm just so stoked for deer opener. It's just I'm stoked. And yes, I'm going. And sadly, I have two bows, and I'm not affiliated with any bow companies or anything, but I have a 2007 Bowtech. So I don't obviously keep new equipment, and I love that bow. I love that bow so much. It has 106 kills on it, and I was shooting it the other night, and something went wrong with it. So I don't know what's wrong with this. I got to go to the bow shop here and get that fixed. So that means I got to use the 2019 Matthews, which is I don't love as much as the Bowtech. Sorry, everybody. It has nothing to do with you. It's just a fit form function for me. But I do love it. It still works.
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
It still works. I love it. I'm happy with it. It's what I used in Africa. Actually, I didn't actually pull out the Bowtech in Africa. I just used my Matthews. But so I was trying to show a little love to my Bowtech, and I thought, well, it's time to give you put you on the shelf, Mr. Matthews, and pull my Bowtech. And again, I was shooting and everything was going great. All of a sudden, something went wrong. So I got to get to the bow shop. So now I'm that guy that's right before bow season trying to get his bow fixed.
Yep.
But so if I have to pull the Matthews out, I'm still going. It doesn't matter. I'm going. So
Right. Yeah. If you have to suffer through that.
oh, it's fine.
So you're heading out this weekend, Tony. Do you have any concerns about the temperature? It's going to be close to around 80 degrees.
Yeah. Concerns? Yes. No. I mean, will it keep me from going out? No. It's disappointing because I really like the cool temperatures we've had for the last week or so here. But, at the end of the day, it's probably that last, I'm hoping, maybe I'll knock on wood here, that I'm hoping it's the last push of this heat. Definitely you got to make sure you got those cleaner shots, right? Don't be taking those, it's opening weekend. We don't have to take that Hail Mary shot, and, we can be a little bit more patient and make sure that they're clean. I'm a big fan of shooting does early. Myself, whether that's the right or wrong thing, that's usually my targets, because I don't really shoot a lot of big bucks. So, but I find that the bucks that I want to show up a little bit later. So, again, I target the does, but I'd like to get my sausage. I like to put some meat in the freezer and do all those things. So, but I like a clean shot. So obviously you have your meat, processed quickly, cleaned up quickly. The harvest is quick, and so I concentrate on that, and that'll be my focus.
Absolutely.
No risky shots.
Right.
Yep. There you go.
And Jared, you're thinking about heading out, right?
Yeah, I am. It's been with this cold the last week or so. I haven't seen deer moving like this in
I know,
long time, and so I'd love to get out there opening morning and, like you were saying, Tony, get a doe or something. We've got the like city limits disease management tags up here. So I'd like to just try to fill one of those. But yeah, it's going to be so warm. And unfortunately, these assholes over at Minbo decided to have some film festival on the afternoon.
It's when the theater was available.
Evening of archery opener.
And we knew it was going to be hot.
Right.
So I really am left with no choice if I were to get a deer opening morning to bring it to a processor, which I don't really like to do.
You could quarter it and put it in some coolers.
I should do that.
Although the assholes in Minbo might not help you with that comment.
Here's the thing. I've seen the assholes at Minbo's knife work, and I don't really want their help.
Still tastes good, buddy. Still tastes good.
Yeah, like, nothing wrong with a little guts in your meat.
Yeah, you just scrape it off.
Yeah, you wash it off or whatever. You're good.
Well, remember that when you call us on Saturday morning. We got to come help you.
Extra flavor.
No, I'm not going to be out Saturday morning because I got to get ready for the film fest, as you put it.
Yeah.
Well, and I haven't hunted opening day. It's been a while. And probably the last time I hunted opening day, because I hunt on public land, I was just so pissed off that whole weekend because, you prep, you put out the cameras, put up the stand, and everything. And then you're out there and here comes Tweedledum and, Elmer Fudd shooting squirrels or grouse, which, they can do.
Yep.
But it's like they just don't have a care in the world. And it's like, okay, you guys saw my truck parked out there. Somebody else is back here. Mm-hmm. And you're just, and I swear they were just shooting in the air. It's like, God, I'm going to get shot. I swear if there's a squirrel in this tree close to me, I'm done. And so needless to say, it's like, nope. And that actually happened not 2 years in a row, but there's a year in between. And so then after that, it's like, yep, I could choose better hunting spots. I get that. But it's like, yeah, no. And it's buggy.
Yeah.
It was always buggy and warm, and there's a lot of leaves and everything. So it's like,
I think it's warmer now.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm just going to wait.
Maybe I'm just older.
The few spots I got that I can hunt, it is better just a little bit later once these leaves start turning and dropping. So,
right.
So I'm okay to wait. I got a long season.
You do get a long
season. We got plans to go to Ripley.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So.
And I like to, I bow hunt during rifle season sometimes.
I do as well.
Even after that.
Oh, so. I love December hunting.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I just, with young kids, I'm going to take every chance I get,
You have to.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'll probably be out there.
No, it's
for a morning sit.
I appreciate knowing that one of us is going to be out there. So if I can't hunt, I'm going to hold that phone and wait for that call, Jared.
Right.
Like, come and help me find this gut shot deer.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping we get a text that says I shot a deer because nobody thinks he does.
That's true. That's true.
I'm okay with that.
Right,
and we'll have plenty of time.
It's shocking if you don't look at the photos of me with deer, it's like I've never shot a deer.
Right. It's almost like that. Yeah.
Weird. It's like if you don't really know you,
right?
Well, I'm not going out till Sunday. I'm missing Saturday, so I'm happy that you're going out as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah. So we'll see what happens.
You never know. Maybe some beast will walk out in front of you.
Right. Exactly. I just know my commute to work every morning this week. There's been deer everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. I almost hit one today because it was so foggy.
Oh, it was so foggy today.
Well, I think it's going to be a good year.
I haven't had any.
Sorry.
What's that?
I think it's going to be a really good year. We've had those 2 mild winters in a row. So I think there's a few more deer than there have been, at least certainly down, towards our direction. And I'm certainly, it sure didn't hurt your guys' direction up there. So I think there's going to be, I think it'll be a pretty good harvest year is my guess.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yep. I've seen a lot more does, and fawns in my area, but, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I did see a spike last night on my road.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah. I've seen some nice bucks already in my area.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had that one picture.
Yeah. My neighbor sent me a picture and that thing was a monster.
Yeah.
For, up here. And then behind my place too, I got some real nice ones. So I'll never see them during season.
Right. That picture you got from the neighbor, like if there was an an SCI record book for Itasca County.
That would probably be close. It'd be in there. Yeah,
It might be top 10
for like Grand Rapids area.
I'm just hoping that the does where I'm at, I'm hoping they bring some boys to the yard. So that way I can shoot at least one of them.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Hey, that's all you can do, right?
Yeah. I'm going to start playing that song every now and then outside.
Which one?
Bring on the boys to the yard.
Oh,
My
there you go.
milkshake.
There you go.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure that would help.
It would, definitely.
Are you going to dance to it too?
I'm not, but I'm hoping the does do.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to bring the boys to the yard.
Gotcha.
You get it?
I get it.
But anyway,
good.
so basically fall really starts on Saturday.
I agree.
Yes.
Saturday's
Hunting
opening.
season.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grouse.
Yeah.
Squirrel, obviously.
Yeah.
Deer. Bear season's right now, but I, for the life of me, can't find a bear.
Yeah.
Everybody around me's got them, but
Pretty hard to find them from your couch.
well, I have cameras and bait out, okay, buddy? And all I'm feeding is coons and wolves.
Yeah.
Right. You went teal hunting, though. Early teal, right?
I did. Opening day
Yeah.
was really all I got out there for. Yeah, I had one group whiz through, went right over the decoys, just didn't even have a care in the world. And then kind of shifted my focus to parenting and taking the kids on a boat ride. And of course, I saw like 8 or 9 groups on the boat ride when I have 3 kids in the boat with me. But yeah, so I did not get anything, and early teal ends today, so I will not get anything.
When does waterfowl season start?
Officially, waterfowl's a couple weeks out. It is early goose right now, too.
Oh.
My phone died and restarted, and it's being very slow. Let me see. I've got it on my calendar.
I thought it was like the 21st or somewhere around there. I could be wrong.
27th.
Okay.
27th is waterfowl opener.
See, I'm just saying, I mean, it starts this weekend.
Pretty much.
Yes, this is the best time of year.
It is.
Yep.
100%, even though it's going to be 80 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my boat out
Your boat.
if I get it back.
Yeah. So, Tony. I couldn't tell if you were moving there. It looked like you were frozen. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm here.
but
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still
here.
there.
Maybe I was frozen. I was practicing my deer hunting.
What's happening with SCI? What do you guys have coming up here in the next month or 2 or 3?
I would say we've got probably a couple happy hours. I don't have any dates on those. Fall isn't our busy time. So, our big thing is February 27th, 28th for the 50th Expo. That's definitely what's coming up. We have our Christmas party. We do call it a Christmas party in December. That's early December. That's always a fun event, and that's open to people as well. That's at Jack's Cafe or whatever in Minneapolis. They cook some wild game. We're just getting the menu together for that. I don't remember the date, if it's December 11th or 12th or something like that. That's a fun event. I know we got alligator on the menu. Last year we had yak, but I don't think we have yak. I think we got either elk or something else going on. I don't remember what it is, but it's like a 5-course deal. It's pretty fun. We do a couple hunt reports from members. I might have my daughter go speak or something, or if I can find somebody to speak, that'd be great. So if you guys want to speak on anything, let me know. You're welcome to come down. We'll get you a spot. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. But the 50th is the big one. That's what we're planning for.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a big month for MDHA too.
Very big month. Yeah, corporate board. The weekend before.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah, because we discussed this earlier.
Yeah.
That
We can actually make it this year.
we can make it this year.
Got you guys a spot.
It'll be good.
Solid.
Yeah.
What was the date again?
27th, 28th of February.
Yeah, it's the last weekend. Yeah.
Perfect. Because, it'll pass the twins' birthday. So I can be home for that.
Boom.
We'll do some planning on
Might
that.
all come together.
We'll talk about that. I think we should do like a town hall or something. We did a town hall a couple of years ago that people really enjoyed. It might be fun to have you guys come in and do a town hall. We'll have the public come in and whatnot. We can talk about whatever we want. Maybe you get a podcast if you want or something. It's not just an idea I was tossing around in my head. So we'll take it off this line, but something you guys want to do, we can certainly do that.
Yeah, we only do virtual town halls because we're scared of the general public.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I was like, who wants to talk to us?
Right.
I think this public's on your side.
Throw
But, you
those
know.
jabs in, right? Yeah, no, exactly. You got to jab the politicians when you get the chance.
I think most of the people that listen to us are on our side.
I hope so.
Most of them.
You would think so.
Yeah, I guess if not, hey,
I appreciate
thanks for the
them,
listen.
even if they're not. If
Exactly.
they're listening to us.
Right?
I mean, they're probably thinking, man, why do people listen to these guys?
Yeah.
But here they, as they sit listening to us.
Well, hey,
Because we're
if you're
awesome.
listening and you're not on our side, you're wrong.
Great argument, Jared. Great argument.
Exactly.
Should have been a lawyer.
I can't wait for the comments on that one.
Well, even bad press is good. That much I've learned in life. You know?
Right.
You can't be
Right.
offended if
Right.
they're listening. You know, and they're not on your same side. At least they're listening. You know, so again, no bad press. Bad press is still good press. So
Exactly.
just don't spell my name wrong.
Yeah. It's a tough one to spell.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I was trying to spell it for some reason. I was trying to spell it last night, I think, and I had to like go back and check. I kept feeling like I was spelling it wrong, but I nailed it.
Well, it's tough when you're in Minnesota and you've got like the Roettger family resorts.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a very different
A
spelling.
little different. Yep,
You
for
know.
sure.
Mhm.
I just can't believe I was in your
my-
dreams last night. That's not good. That means we are.
I did not see my dreams,
I was
Tony.
going to say that too. I'm glad Tony did because I thought the same thing.
I
It's
didn't
like,
even catch that.
what were you doing last night? To
I know.
think
I
of
was trying to
Tony?
think, why was I trying to figure out how to spell Tony's name? But
Well, because you did a post, I thought day before yesterday.
oh, I did. That's what it was. A Facebook
that last
post.
night?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Was it last
Okay.
night?
Dude, I don't know what you're doing now.
Oh yeah, because it was a DTB post.
Yeah,
because I
it
was
was.
talking about that Tony was coming on the podcast. So
that
there,
probably
there
was
you go.
last
There
night.
you
It probably
go.
was. But then he thought about you in his dreams later. So
I
don't
might
worry
have.
about it.
I might have. You're such an interesting guy, Tony.
I'm
He
honored.
was doing
I'm
that
honored.
post while snuggling with his
be.
body pillow.
You should be.
With Black Death. I think that's Tony's new nickname for this podcast.
Black Death.
Black Death.
Oh, I like
Black
it. I
Death.
like it.
Tony
Yeah.
Black Death Roettger.
I have some buddies that call me the rototiller, so that's a far cry. I kind of like Black Death better than the rototiller. So
Oh yeah, it's way cooler.
Way cooler.
what's new in your
Oh,
guys'
man.
world for the next couple months?
Oof.
Man.
Other than deer
Banquets,
hunting?
banquets.
Yeah. MDHA's all over the place with banquets.
Yeah. Well, obviously Saturday we have Full Draw Film Tour, which
Yep.
is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Minbo.
And then we're going to be doing some duck hunting, I hear.
Yeah,
I've never
we are.
duck hunted, but I'm going, I'm guessing.
Really? That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a whirl.
Right.
Yeah, and we've put teasers out there on DTB multiple times about some sort of cooking
Oh, yes.
special thing, right?
Oh,
Where
I love
we're going
that.
to cook a bunch of wild game and try different things. And I'm thinking we do like a not a blind taste, but you taste it and you try to
And then guess
the
what it
animal
is.
And I think we do it at duck camp.
We could.
I don't know if I trust you to do that at a duck camp.
You
Yeah,
hearing
there's
this,
no
Tony?
no roadkill.
Chime in
Okay,
here,
yeah.
Black Death.
No roadkill. That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good
I thought you
idea.
were
I
gonna-
gotta say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's all right. I think you can trust
Yeah.
them.
I think
It'd be
people
fun.
find it
It'd
entertaining.
be fun. We put the flat top on the duck boat. We do it right on the water.
Wow. We're getting exotic. now.
We'll do
Well,
it back at the cabin.
There goes his boat.
I got a fire extinguisher.
This is what I ate last week.
Is that a
What the
heck
foot?
is that?
is that a person's hand?
Chicken
That
foot.
looks like a turkey foot.
chicken foot? Yeah,
Chicken foot.
nice.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I forget you were in China.
Yeah,
that
I
makes
was
sense.
thinking. I was thinking that duck.
Because when my wife was in China,
Yeah,
yeah.
where mine went was
there you
duck
go.
feet. You got shoot some ducks. You could braise them up a little
All right.
bit.
Yeah.
And then
Right?
yum.
You can just chew on the webbing.
I think we should just make it like a yearly thing. We do this. We cook up a bunch of stuff and then we do this tasting and we
I
have
think
to
so
guess.
too. And we do like either different game meat or different, recipe or way of cooking that.
Well, I
game
think it
meat.
has to be wild game meat.
Well, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. It'll be, fish,
Or fish,
and
right.
whatever we have in our freezers. So you might be, in for a couple surprises.
I can only imagine with you.
I was thinking you were going to go with this come waterfowl season. You know, we haven't had waterfowl hunter on here, duck or goose or anything like that.
That's true.
But we should talk to our buddies out in South Dakota and get them on board.
That's a great idea.
You know, get Jalen on here.
Jalen would be great.
Or anybody. Jaren. That's it, Jaren. Yep.
Yeah, Jaren would be great. Pretty focused on the snow goose, but I think that'd be great. You know, I've never eaten a snow goose. Have you guys?
I've never eaten it.
No.
Well, I guess I've had that.
Tony, have you eaten Black Death? Have you eaten a snow goose?
No snow goose. Sorry.
All right.
No, I've had some
we'll get
Canadian geese and some ducks, but never a snow goose.
Yeah.
Have you been snow goose hunting?
No, I haven't.
Want to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
March?
Sure. I think I'm open.
South Dakota?
We'll figure it out.
All right.
We will take this one offline at some point and have a conversation.
Yeah. I like to shoot stuff. So,
great.
yeah, sounds good. I think I'm open. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not far.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. It's less than a 38-hour flight.
A little bit.
Right. It is a little bit.
And is this the camp where
Maybe
you're
like-
talking about doing the cooking?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. This will be just at my family cabin.
Got it.
I don't know. We have a day picked out in October. I
we'll
think,
figure it out.
or September. I don't know when we're going. October.
And that's in the Brainerd Lakes area.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to be in on the taste testing thing, by all means, but you could probably bring some weird stuff from your freezer, I'm guessing.
I can't. No, I'm as
No?
you can't bring that Africa stuff back. So I'm as I have. The
You
things
can't?
you have. I got some pheasants. I got some deer. Hoping to have some elk here maybe this fall, but other than that, I don't have anything exotic. I wish I did, but I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we can just do the best we can. You could get some squirrel.
Hey, there you go.
What did you think I meant when you're in for some surprise?
I figured it was squirrel or some kind of rodent.
I've got an entire
beaver
shelf.
tail.
I've got an entire shelf in my freezer that's just labeled tree rats.
Dude, I saw a white one this morning. Is that good luck? Is that like a white buffalo?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I told my son.
Yeah.
On the way to school this morning, there was this big white squirrel. I was like,
Did he see it too?
yeah.
Okay, good.
That's got to mean something.
It's got to be close to a white buffalo. That's good luck.
Yeah, just like smaller, like a small amount of good luck.
But you don't.
Like you're not going to hit the Powerball, but you might get like
No, I definitely did not hit the
numbers.
Powerball.
I don't know how many numbers they have.
You'll get at least a doe.
You wouldn't be here.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
I was actually worried
I'm
Jared
happy
was
with
going to have
the
some
deal.
coyote in the freezer from your guys' coyote experience.
I am working on it.
See,
I'm working
I had
on it.
on my trail cam yesterday at noon. There's a coyote.
Yeah.
We need to do some management behind my
The
house.
next coyote I get, I am saving a back ham, and we are going to try it.
Ranella style.
We're going to try it. No, we're not cooking it fur on over an open fire. I don't know why the hell they decided to do it that way, but we are going to try it.
I think we should, you've got some coon behind your house. I got
Lots of
2 or
coon.
3 on my cameras.
Can you eat coon?
you can eat coon. I have eaten coon.
Okay.
What does it taste
It's
like?
not bad.
Coon.
It does taste like
Garbage?
Yeah. It's kind of greasy. It's a
Did you take the fur off?
Yes, took the fur off. Yeah, I can't do the Ranella thing. Yeah. I love that guy, but I never met him. But I love his cooking and his show. But yeah, no, some of the stuff he does that's a little bit off of my radar there. I remember the one he did.
Yeah, I suppose you got to keep it interesting.
I am all for, trying like the generally discarded meats or cuts or animals, but like at least put in some effort. Like open fire, fur on, you're going to cook a coyote.
Well, they were probably out in the field. They were like, "Hey, let's try this." Turn the camera on, boys.
I did it. There was money being bet in the background. I guarantee it.
Yeah, who was going to taste it first?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, I would try it if it was like burnt or something.
Have you guys watched the Meat Eater roasts where they have like their own cooking competition, wild game?
No,
cooking
I don't think I
competition
have.
now? It's pretty great. Giannis Patelis hosts it.
Yeah.
So we got to do something like that at some point too. Where
Really?
like you each take a duck that you got and you come up with however you want to cook that duck. And then we have a panel of judges.
You want us to cook.
which will be me, Mr. Tony Black Death Roettger, and anyone else brave enough to try your cooking.
I'll try it. I'm always into. I'll try most.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
always.
I mean, with some hot sauce.
Yeah, see, but you're gonna lose.
Well, yeah.
You gotta bring out the natural flavor.
I'll bring out the natural flavor. All right.
What is the natural flavor of a duck?
Cooking that, it's going to be swamp water and everything, bro.
Just a bucket of lake water.
Yep,
boil
pretty
it,
much.
a full feathered duck.
Don't tempt me.
As long as you have to taste it, man. Throw a
Wow,
couple squirrels
did we
in.
go down a rabbit hole on that one?
Yeah.
No, but
I got some rabbits in the freezer too.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah,
those are good.
They're great.
which are good.
But I think it's a great idea. The whole
Yeah.
cooking thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
We gotta do
You
it.
keep bringing it up, but we never do it.
We're gonna do it at duck camp.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Because then, my dad will be there. We can make him try shit.
That's a good idea. That's a great
Really
idea.
what we're going to do.
Oh God, he was so mad at me one time. I gave him a bag of jerky. And I was like, "Oh, I got some extra jerky. You want it?" He was like, "Yeah, sure." He called me later and he's like, "This jerky's pretty good." And I was like, "Yeah, that's mountain lion." He was so mad.
Hey, if it was good, what does it matter?
I think it'd be good.
Right?
Broaden his horizons.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to mess up jerky.
Right.
It all kind of tastes the same.
But I
Let's be
can do
honest.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
For the most part, yeah.
Dried out meat with some spices on it.
Salt.
Salt,
Yeah.
a lot of salt.
But no.
Yeah.
I think it's a
good
good idea.
It'll happen.
Yeah. You've said that for 2 years now, right?
Well, we're finally actually doing like an actual hunting camp where we're not driving, 16 hours to Kansas?
Pretty much.
Where I can actually still access my freezer and
Okay.
smoker and grill and all that.
I mean, so if you're saying it's duck
documented
camp,
too.
that's like 3 weeks away.
It is documented.
It is like 3 weeks away.
It's posted. So
And I already have, let's say we get skunked at duck camp, which will
I am
happen.
not eating a skunk.
No.
Okay.
Although that's not a bad idea.
Shut up.
No, I want to get a beaver though.
Can you do that? As long as it's not a nuisance.
As long as it's not
As
a
long as it's
nuisance.
not a nuisance.
Yeah, if you've got your trapping license, you get your beaver, you can eat it.
How can you tell it's annoying or not? I mean, does it just talk to you? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not.
I'm confused.
We're not going to go down that one.
You got to see how it voted. And then,
Right? Exactly.
but no, yeah, it's going to be fun. I already have a couple ducks and a goose and a turkey and squirrel and venison. And
What if we just put it all together in a big pot and slow cooked it?
it sounds like it defeats the purpose.
Kind of.
True, but I'm kind of hungry. So
Yeah, I know. I'm getting hungry too.
I think we're wasting Tony
Right.
Black.
But anyways,
yeah, we probably
time here.
You're all good.
Yeah. Where we were at? We were talking about MDHA events. We talked about the Minbo event.
right. Oh, what we're doing.
And then
We got a lot of hunting planned for October.
Yes.
I love it.
Yep, we're going to try to hit Ripley. So we have not been to Ripley since the whole change there.
Right. So we're going to take and spend a few days down there.
Yep.
What else is happening in October? MEA.
Yes.
MEA.
Oh yeah,
Youth hunt. We got a youth
I'm
hunt.
going to take the kids hunting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've got that driven TV event, so more to come on that still. But yeah,
yeah. Where are we at with that one?
don't know. I just know we're having it. That's all I can give you.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. Well,
These
we just
celebrity
know we'll be there.
outdoors people, they're always hunting. So at least I got confirmation that we're heading there. I don't know what that means yet, though. So
What's
Right.
happening? Or,
Yeah, it's pretty hard to email from your sat phone.
right.
Well, and I think they were in. I swear I saw something that they posted that they were in Kansas.
they've been
just
doing some
like a
youth
week
hunts.
ago and some youth hunts and whatnot. So
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be a good time.
So October's going to be pretty busy. And then in November, we're working on a hunt,
Yes,
possibly,
yep.
that we just
literally today.
started plans today with Roger Up.
Roger Up.
which was our guest, 2 episodes ago?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Our last one.
Great veterans, outdoor focused recreation hunting, fishing organization
Yep. Mr. St. Johnson.
with Zach Johnson. Great guy. So we're planning on getting a hunt put together with them sometime in October.
Or November.
Or November.
Or
That's what I
November.
meant.
We're probably leaning towards
Probably
November.
more November.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah. All kinds of things going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All of it seems to include hunting, which is great.
Exactly.
That's what fall is. You know, September through December at least has got to be. It's focused. I told my boss today at work because we were talking about travel, and I said, "I don't travel in November. Just don't even ask me to go anywhere in November."
Right.
Can you call my boss and tell her that?
You could travel going hunting. Mine doesn't entail hunting.
Yeah, but we're not really traveling that far.
No.
Not this time of year. No.
I think the furthest we have planned is Kansas again.
Well, but that's not until
That's still spring. Yeah.
I mean, this fall, the first we got is what? Brainerd?
Little Falls.
Little Falls.
Little Falls, yeah. We got to figure out what we need to do to get a South Dakota pronghorn hunt.
Yeah.
That's random.
Unless we take a trip, pheasant hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Down in southern Minnesota.
Yeah, didn't you have something that you guys just did, pheasant hunts? Like last week?
Yeah, SCI did. So it was the Lake Superior chapter. Yeah, the Lake Superior had a youth event last Sunday. Awesome event. We got to figure out how to get out more in the world. I'm chapter president for Minnesota Safari Club chapter. Obviously, the SCI is a national organization, but has chapters similar to MDHA. So the Lake Superior chapter had a youth event last Sunday, which is just a great event. And they opened it up to 30 kids, 17 and under. Free event. Come on out. They'll teach you how to shoot a shotgun. They'll take you out pheasant hunting over dogs. They take you out on the trap range. They take you out on the sporting clays range. They have a bow range. They got a rifle range. It's kind of like a mini camp, right? With a bunch of people that are helping just introduce people to the outdoors, right? You know, the kids, right? And you okay, Jared?
I'm doing all right. I breathed in an ice cube.
So we've been talking about going for a while. Again, I'm not chapter president there, but I'm affiliated with that chapter just because I as a regional rep, and I go to their events. It's a great group of people. I have friends. I know the board. It's just a great group of people. So anyway, I was in China for work, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to take my daughter, who did want to go. And so our friends Chris and Jenny Vitek said, we'll take her. And I said, that's awesome. Again, I don't have any pride in somebody else taking my kid out to do something, especially that. And my daughter has never shot a shotgun. So she was nervous. And anyway, long story short, she went out, and all of a sudden I got a text. I did come back from China right around the time she was kind of, at the event and whatnot. And I got a picture. And she's walking holding a rooster pheasant from Wings North there in Pine City. And just, I was just elated, right? This kid went out, showed some grit, learned how to shoot a shotgun in the morning, and then shot a pheasant over a pointer. It was just kind of a cool thing. Again, anything we can get more people, kids into the outdoors, and that's just another one of the things that groups like MDHA and SCI do, and thanks to the Lake Superior chapter for hosting this. And again, it was open to 30 kids, and we only had 16. Only 16 were signed up. So there were still openings for 14 kids to come out and learn how to shoot. So it's just, we got to get the word out more, on some of these things to get more people.
Absolutely.
So, what a cool thing to be able to send your kid to for free. It didn't cost anybody a dime.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, that's something because we don't have anywhere near the relationship with the Lake Superior chapter as we have with the Minnesota chapter of SCI. So yeah, it sounds like we need to get that relationship going as well, because we could very easily share those types of events with our, 15, 16, what are we at, 17,000 plus Forkhorn alumni at this point,
right?
Which some of them are adults now, but
but hope.
Yeah.
So where did they hold this event?
Wings North in Pine City.
Wings North?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A lot of people are familiar with Wings North. Yeah. Chad does a nice job there.
Yeah.
He's got his restaurant, just nice place to go. And he's a great advocate for SCI, a lot of different chapters and stuff like that. So he's always, donating his time and his people's time. And then, of course, SCI helps as well. And however they all work out the finances, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's free for kids, which is really the point. So
the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, they got a good operation. I think we were 3 booths down from them at Game Fair this year.
Oh yeah, right, sure. Yeah, they go to Game Fair, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good stuff all around. So yeah, that happened. And what else was I going to say? I had something else to say. I don't remember now. I lost track.
Right. Well, you've been traveling so dang much. I don't blame you.
Well, I'm happy to be home.
Africa,
Excited for
China.
deer season, so that.
I mean, you must be racking up those airline miles.
Yeah, I spent some to fly the kids to Africa, which is a nice benefit. But yeah, I got to get back to racking up some more. So yeah, I do have a few still. I got a couple. So, and I don't remember what I was going to say. I'm going to MDHA event tomorrow night. The Isani County chapter has their
Right.
what they call it. It's an opening hunting day event. Anyway, so they're going to have their a meeting.
Yeah, I forget what it's called too. I seen them.
What do they call it? Deer camp open?
Yeah, it's like a
that.
deer camp event. Well, they have a building. It's like a
They
deer
do.
camp building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fairgrounds.
Yeah, I worked it. Me and the kids worked it at
they're a
the
great
county
chapter.
fair. So the Roettger family's coming for dinner tomorrow night. That's all I know. Another great thing. They're
There
feeding
you
us
go.
free food.
Perfect.
Hey, heck yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Isani. They are the reason for that bug-eyed fawn you see above Jimmy there.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
That was a gift to DTB from the Isani chapter.
Nice.
I don't remember how much did they pay for that thing.
Well,
Just give it to us.
Chapter president Kevin Creasel. That's his biggest deer of his life.
And we were there when he bought it.
I'm kidding. No, I don't remember what they.
Can't wait for the
spent
email
on that one. Yeah, right. Sorry, Kevin.
Just kidding.
Will he listen this far into the podcast?
I
Kevin
think so.
probably will.
Yeah.
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 More than likely.
Yeah.
Especially if I mention in the description.
Gilbert.
I say Andy. Yep.
Right.
Bug-eyed fawn.
Bug-eyed fawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to probably lose that guy coming up here in a few months.
Yep.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they want
him
to
a-
force us to have it another year.
Right.
It's got a few more months to do some traveling.
It's true.
We've had some fun with it.
All we have. It's going to end up in the back of a duck boat.
It's going to be in a
gonna
duck
say.
boat for sure.
Or the front.
It's probably going to be on Driven TV.
It might be.
We'll
If
just
it's-
get it in the background.
If it's not on Driven, it's going to be at Forkhorn Camp.
Nice.
Or our hunting little camp for sure. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. And next week, next week I better mention it too. Next week we're going Carlton's banquet, Carlton County
Yes.
Chapter's banquet.
Yes.
And then the following week we have a Itasca County banquet.
Correct.
So lots of banquets. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then I don't know how many you're attending.
Right.
I don't either.
Probably.
As many as the boss will allow me to.
Right.
But we know for sure we got one a week for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll probably have some new guns in our collection.
Hope so.
One can hope. Right.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, 3 of us, we got good chances.
And we could mention it.
What?
We should mention it.
What did we mention?
So for the Itasca chapter banquet, Minbo is donating a youth bow
That's right.
banquet.
That's
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got a youth bow package from Minbo. So I don't know how they're doing it, raffle or whatever they're
Or
doing.
it's an auction, but-
yeah, it might be an auction. But yeah, Minbo's donating a bow to that. So that'd be pretty
That's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's fully set up too.
Yep.
Look at this. Partnerships. Cross-pollinate.
I love partnerships.
buzzwords.
Exactly.
Partnerships.
Yes.
Right. I mean, we got Tony here,
Yeah.
president of Minnesota SCI.
Yes.
We have Jared here all the time, executive director of the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have president of Minnesota Backcountry Hunters and Anglers here too,
That's right.
Chance
Mr.
Adams.
Chance Adams.
Yeah.
President of the Minnesota backcountry.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I
Did he
said.
say Minnesota?
He did.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
I don't think they have one for the national, do they?
They got their
Technically?
CEO.
Yeah, they have a CEO.
Oh, okay.
What do they?
I don't know. I thought
I haven't heard.
You're correct. I think
Right.
you're right.
He
They
lasted,
haven't-
what,
So,
two
and
and a
that's-
half months?
Right. I mean, we're all here trying to do the same thing. So
Right.
why not come and talk to us boneheads on DTB and figure it out?
Exactly.
And next week, we got Stern.
Stern Game Recovery.
Yes.
Which he's going to have some great stories, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Tracking dogs, specialized in
Bears.
bear
She's
and white-tailed
constantly
deer.
getting bears right now.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
That'll
one
be
too.
a fun one.
I love those tracking dog people.
Yeah.
They're great.
Right. I told her she could bring the dog.
I hope she does.
I hope so too.
Yeah. And speaking of partnerships, I just saw that I can't remember her dog's name. I don't know if either of you do.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Stern. Game recovery.
Isn't the dog's name Stern?
No.
No.
I didn't see. Sorry.
I don't know. But I just saw that Wheezy Outdoors worked with Stern.
Oh yeah,
Recovery.
Yeah,
to
they have for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
So, and I saw she posted the other day she recovered like this monster bear. It was like 400 or 500 pounds.
I think it was
470. Yeah, it was a beast. Yeah, I want to hear the story on that one. So I'm looking forward to some of those stories.
Yeah.
And
it'll be fun.
Yeah, be a good contact to make because maybe I still get lucky. I got the rest of the month left to bear hunt if I can find a bear.
You better get out there.
I need to find a bear. Well, you don't just go sit in a stand and wait for a bear to come by.
You need to stop doing podcasts and going to banquets and get out there and hunt.
Right? Well, as soon as I get a bear on camera, I will.
All right.
Mister, I got bears in my backyard.
Exactly.
Somebody's looking for a bear.
I can't figure out her name. I've met her somewhere along the way, but there she is.
Juliet. Her name's Juliet.
And the dog, I can't remember. I can't figure out the dog's name, but anyway.
Right.
She'll tell us.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
I mean, she said she'd probably be over here looking for a bear when she stopped by. So I'm like, probably. She's like, excuse if I am not dressed up. I'm like, really?
Right.
You do not need to dress up and feel free to bring the dog.
Yeah. As long as you are not actively putting wood ticks on our desk.
Yeah. Kelly.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like we all have a busy hunting season, which is great.
Right.
Or a busy fall, I should say.
Yeah, because Tony, you mentioned maybe some elk. So what's the story there?
I do. I have an elk hunt out in Montana I leave for on September 25th or something till the beginning of October 3rd or 4th or something like that. So, yeah, I've never harvested an elk, so I've tried a couple times. This is my third attempt at giving it a go. It's a hunt I bought 3 years ago, so I finally get to use it.
Okay.
And it was just 3 years wait to go. So yeah, it's an archery hunt. So I'm stoked.
Nice.
I really hope I get an elk. It would be awesome to get an elk. It would be a little bit sad not to, but so hopefully third time's a charm in this department of elk hunting. So we'll see. So yeah, fingers crossed.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Well, we're wishing you the best of luck with that because it is. Oh, it's some of the best meat.
It's the best.
Yeah,
It is. It really is.
I have eaten it. I've never got one, but wish you the best of luck because then we can have something else to talk to.
Exactly.
Talk about.
Good. Yeah.
We have you on for the fourth time.
There we go. Just keep it going.
Elk and deer.
At that point, it would probably be the fifth because it sounds like we're having him on with Peter.
That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we get him on with
that.
Peter.
Yep.
We can hear him.
so we may have to change the intro. Down the barrel with Jimmy and Dean, sometimes Jared, and a lot of times Tony.
Well, I'm thinking Jim,
Black Death.
Dean, Jared, and sometimes Tony.
There you go.
There you go.
Sometimes Black Death.
Yeah.
It would be really fun. We got to make the Peter thing happen. He had a lion story for me on this last one that happened just before I got there, and I want him to tell the story because he's like, I don't think I want to go lion hunting anymore after that. Had to do with a charge, and it had to do with I can still feel the sand hitting my shins as we were shooting, and he expired. So it's a great story that only he could tell. So it's
Yeah. Anytime you can set that up, you just let us know.
I
We'll
will
make it happen.
I will get that figured out.
Make it happen.
Because that would be an interesting one for sure. I can imagine there's some good stories from there.
Yep.
Just Peter telling stories would be just great.
Right.
In his Afrikaans accent,
Yes,
Right.
that
right.
really
That's
bad.
even cooler.
Really bad.
That is cooler. Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, just accent and the stories. It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But anywho, what else do we have? Or have we stolen enough of Tony's time here tonight?
Right.
Today.
I always appreciate being on. Thank you so much. It is a joy. I
no,
enjoy it. It's fun.
Joining
It's
us.
fun.
And putting up with us.
And the technology this time actually cooperated.
It did.
It did.
Which I am so thankful for because that drives me crazy.
Right.
But I mean, we're talking to him in real time right now.
We are. And he's become such a frequent guest that he now has his own podcast microphone.
I do.
Oh,
We got to get him headphones. We're going to get him headphones.
We'll get you down the barrel logoed headphones. Check your mailbox. It'll be there in 5 to 7 business days.
For the listening audience out there, my sister-in-law, who was a non-hunter, she's not a hunter, but for some reason she really enjoys this podcast and somehow she loves me. And so she said, you need a microphone. So she sent me this microphone. So this is the first time I'm using it.
You know what I love is anytime time somebody says they enjoy the podcast, they always preface it with, for some reason.
Right.
For some reason, they like their podcast.
I don't think it's you guys. I think it's us humble guests that really don't know why anybody would listen to us speak.
No, just my like guttural instinct whenever I hear I really enjoy the podcast, I just go to why.
I always go to like, okay, all right, come on. What's the rest?
But
Yeah.
Okay, where's the joke? It's Dean, isn't it?
No, that's why it's like, I don't know why I like it.
No, well, we appreciate everybody that does listen,
Oh, for sure.
absolutely.
especially on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
subscribe
share it with your
on-
friends, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Why not?
More the
Subscribe,
merrier.
click, like.
Right. And if you have ideas, stuff we should do, talk about, people we should talk to, let us know.
Yes.
Oh, and one thing we should mention, our swag.
Oh, yeah. We got all kinds of new clothing now.
Updated new swag
This is news
on
to me.
DTB.com. What's our website?
Downthebarrelpodcast.com.
There you go. So if you go to that and he hits swag, we've got some cool shirts, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Our shirt lady whipped up some and threw them up there for us.
Sweet.
Some ideas that we stole from Game Fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah. We've got some good stuff on there, and it's going to kind of be changing and adapting. And
Why
yeah.
not?
Sweet.
Because we had people ask us for some of the shirts and stuff.
We did.
Yeah.
We have to get some stickers up there yet, but we'll do that.
We do.
It was actually pretty cool being at Game Fair and seeing Down the Barrel shirts. And
It was.
And having people come up and say, hey, you guys are from the podcast, right?
Right.
And I'm
really
like,
cool.
yeah. I was like, you must be a member, right? And they're like, no, I'm not even a member. I just,
Right.
I found you guys online and I like your
Right.
podcast.
But I want to be a member.
right.
That was
and that
super
dude
cool.
did join. Yeah.
He did, because he said, yeah, I saw two people walk around with Down the Barrel on their shirts, and I had to come by because I knew it was you guys. That is great.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're just like worldwide global thing. You know.
Yeah. When you get recognized
we're-
at Game Fair.
Right.
Hey, in all fairness, the
Minnesota.
Game Fair is huge, guys. So that
It
is
is
a
huge.
huge
It is,
accomplishment.
yeah.
That really is. Congratulations. That's awesome.
It was cool. It was cool. And his name was Perry. I remember that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Perry. Keep listening, buddy.
That's
And-
right.
And honestly, speaking of Game Fair, we probably could talk to Chuck at some point to talk about Game Fair and their whole Armstrong Ranch there.
Yeah.
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 We should talk to Chuck, or even get Ron Sherrod on here.
Right.
Ron, if you're listening,
I'm sure Ron listens. Although he did stop by and visit us every day.
he does. Yeah, you call our people, we'll call your people. We'll get it set up.
I just talked to Ron down at the Capitol. I should have asked him to come on.
You should have. I mean, he knows how to do these things. He does them all the time.
I'm sure he'd do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't he like number 11 or something? MDHA member?
Yes. I do believe it was number. It
he's
showed
up there.
Ron Sherrod number
You're down
11.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Member for MDHA.
He's an OG.
That's right. Great supporter.
That's awesome.
Right.
Great speaker.
No doubt.
Distinctive.
No doubt
voice,
he
you know?
is.
So,
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like when Ron talks, you're just like, this guy, I need to listen to him.
Right.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. It's like speaking of Game Fair. Every morning he'd get on with his
I know.
morning announcements.
Right.
Gates are opening in 15 minutes. Breakfast is ready over at the food court. And you're like, I'm not even hungry, but now I want to eat.
Thanks, Ron.
No. So, yeah. But I suppose we're just kind of rambling now. We can probably let you go, Tony. You probably got things to do in your life, I would imagine.
And you probably got a flight to catch.
no,
Right, you probably gotta get
No, I'm
some
gonna let the dogs out,
other
see the kids, and
Musk ox hunting
Yeah.
or something.
go shoot my bow a little
Hang
bit
out
before
with
it
the
gets
kids.
dark.
There you go.
There you go.
Get some
You
dinner.
got to get that Bowtech fixed.
I do. I got to get to the archery shop. I don't know if I'll get there tonight. I'm going to try to get there tomorrow, though. Man, I do want to get. I want to get him running. So,
Yeah, you do.
Are you archery country?
I'm actually going to Bowana's just because they're close to where I work.
yeah,
I
that's
love
good.
Bowana's. I actually bought that bow at Bowana's in 2007. They're great people there. I do go to Archery Country also. So that's another place I just visit. And then
Are they both close?
no, it's close. No, Roger.
No?
Oh,
They're both 35, 40 minutes from me. So neither one is close for me.
Okay.
So I forget the one in Stacy. There's one in Stacy that I've been to too. It's a good archery shop as well.
full draw.
Full draw. Yep. Exactly.
Full draw?
Yep.
Full draw.
Yep. They're good guys
That
over
was a
there.
good pull, Dean. That was a
Hey.
good pull.
MDHA works with them.
Hey, speaking of full draw,
What?
We got the film tour.
Full draw film tour.
Yeah,
Saturday.
This Saturday at the Rife Performing Arts Center. They moved us into the big theater.
Big theater. Tony, if you want to come up, bring your whole family. I will cover your entrance.
100%.
So honestly, I swear, this is an event I really, 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 really want to go to. So I train gun dogs on the side too, and we'll talk about that another time. But so I actually have to judge a dog event on Saturday, and I was trying to figure out how can I get from my event that's out in eastern Wisconsin to up by your guys' way. And there's no way I'm going to make it in time. So I'm really sad about it. But honestly,
and you get like a private jet or something.
Yeah, right.
Don't we know a pilot?
Right. We
can call Rusty. Hey, Rusty.
Come pick me up. I really wanted to go. I was telling my wife, I'm like, this will be so fun. And she's like, I would love to go. And I'm like, I don't think I can get to and from in the period of time. So I'm really sad about that. I am really sad. I'm not even going deer hunting. I gotta go judge this event. So, which is fine, but
that's all right.
Yeah. So, but no, I hope you do it again. I will definitely try to figure out how to get there.
I'm hoping so too.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We've got a pretty good audience so far. We're hoping for more as always, but
well, things were looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, we had booked the small theater because they have 2 theaters in this amazing building, and I get an email from the guy that runs the place the other day. He's like, hey, we got to move you into the big theater. We had a conflict, no big deal, same price, whatever. And I'm thinking this is great because the big theater is awesome, but it's 6 times the size of the little theater. So our crowd's going to look pretty small in that one. So, yeah.
But
come one, come all.
That screen's going to look big.
That screen is going to look big. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Lots of elbow room. So
that's right.
And the great thing is if it goes over real well this year, which it's looking like it will, next year we have a little bit better plan. Maybe we'll make it kind of a day. We'll do maybe an archery shoot or something.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
During the daytime, everybody hang out, and then we go to the, do the show that evening.
Yeah, in partnership with SCI.
Right.
That's
Boom.
a great
Look
idea.
at,
we could do that.
I think it is too.
Yeah, I'm all in for that. Maybe do it a week or 2 before deer season this time or something. But
right. Yeah. If we plan ahead of time, we can totally do that.
Maybe like central part of the state or something.
I'm not opposed to that.
No, but even in even our little region here, we've got the trap range pretty close. We've got an archery range that's close. We've got a rifle range that's.
And a world-class theater.
And a world-class theater within, minutes of Grand Rapids here. So, but we could move it for sure.
Yeah.
So
these are the details we can work out.
I don't think you have to move it.
We got a full year.
I think you go with that audience. I truly think you could pull people in. I think that's great. And I think, get planning ahead on that. I'm all in. We'll help you. We'll attend.
Awesome.
Planning ahead and whatever, donate a hunt we can auction off or something. I mean, whatever,
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's make it a big deal.
Yeah.
Let's make it a big deal.
Bring Blue Bag. They'll come. We can do all sorts of stuff.
Perfect.
Blue Bag will be there for sure. The Haley and Jeff will come for sure.
That'll be huge around here.
Done.
For sure.
Make it happen.
Let's do it. Yeah.
we'll work on that.
Yeah. We'll start after this weekend. Let's get this weekend done.
Yes.
And then we'll start
Yeah.
after it.
We have a couple things in between, but let's.
Yeah. Let's do the first one first.
Yeah.
I bet we could get like Pat and Nicole to come. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff we can do here.
Oh, man.
So,
I like the way this guy thinks. I really do
too.
just a phone call. I'm
That's
pretty
why
sure
they
we can
call
talk
him
him into
Black
it.
That's why they call him Black Death. Okay. All right. On that note,
Thanks as always, guys.
here's the full draw film tour 26 before we even do 25.
Right.
Nothing wrong with planning ahead.
All right.
It's been great, Tony. Thank you so much
guys.
for joining
Awesome.
us.
We'll talk
again.
soon.
Right. It's only almost 2 hours. So, we probably should let Tony go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice long one. I hope you guys stay tuned for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they will listen to
right.
it. We'll make sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Love
Well,
it.
Tony, we're going to let you go, bud, and we'll talk to you soon, I promise. All right. Thanks a lot, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association has been building our hunting and conservation legacy over the past 40 plus years through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation in Minnesota for Minnesota.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Dot Report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.
Minbow. Member driven, bow hunter focused. Join today at mnbowhunters.com.